Hello, hello, hello. We are back with some 4x4. Mids is now done. Uh, it went pretty well. I got second in the 4x4 final. Also had a PR in 5x5, so I'm pretty happy with that. Later, we'll look at some analysis of the finals average. For now, though, we're just going to do some cubing. Finals average was interesting. There were some interesting things to talk about, so I'm excited for that. Probably around an hour stream. I don't expect I have too much time after that, but we'll go ahead and get started. I didn't schedule this one super far out or anything, so I don't expect too many people to be popping in immediately. But I am super happy just to do some cubing. Setup is different. I'm back at university, moved in a few days ago, so that's why I hadn't streamed in a little bit. Hopefully lighting and everything is good. Audio is going to be a little bit worse for the moment. I still need to figure out exactly how to get my microphone working properly. For now, though, the AirPod microphone works pretty well, actually. Alrighty. Okay, this is even. I actually really like the scramble. The yellow center goes together really well. It's going to be still even, and I think this blue edge is going to be first. Yeah. Okay, solid start. 22.99. We take those. I think basically I'm at a point with my times where anything sub 23 is I'm generally going to be pretty happy with that. Peer average is mid 22. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 sub 23 averages ever officially. So that's kind of the baseline I'm looking at. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a really easy scramble. It's one move, two move center, and 3/4 of the first center is done. Okay. So it's going to be odd. And then this green one's going to be really easy. And I think red is a good second edge. So let's see if we can predict that. Okay. So it'll be odd. It's all right. Probably would have been a bit better with smoother turning. Didn't really take advantage of the super easy start. But we move. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it'll be even after and stay even through first two centers. Oh, okay, that's supposed to. Um, One thing I've been thinking about is whether or not I should play music during these streams. I know that's something Dylan Miller has done in the past, although I do think it makes all of the copyright stuff a little bit weird. But that's all right. Hello, hello. Hi, Ava. How are you? Saw you about 30 minutes ago here at UVA. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it'll be even. I'm not going to preserve this because I think the solution is a little bit weird. Yeah. Not bad. Kind of a typical time. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Yeah, 6. Totally lost count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think. I think it's 7. I've found it's actually pretty similar streaming with doing official solves, and this I found this again at Mid-Atlantic Champs, where when I have more stuff I'm thinking about or trying not to think about, tracing can really become a lot more difficult. Though top 2 at Mid-Atlantic Championship was me and then Chris Sun, or Chris Sun then me, and he uses OPA too. So it's at a 350 person competition. Top 2 use OPA. If that gives any indication if the method is good or not. Okay, this is gonna be odd. Yeah. Probably wasn't the most efficient last thought, last layer there. I oriented edges and then just did normal OLL PLL. But I am trying to get myself used to doing ZBLS algorithms because the plan is to learn all of them as well as all the last layer algorithms, so that hopefully in the future that brings my times down a little bit, makes them more consistent. Though PLL parity will cause a little bit of an issue, but as long as I am learning it correctly, then I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is going to be even. Ooh. Okay, oh, I do know this one. Let's go. Maybe first EB on the stream. And it's a 22, so it's nice and solid. That's one of the sets that I'm pretty comfortable with at this point. And the recognition is very similar for 4x4 with field parity. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay. It's going to be odd, and then this one is just going to stay in the same spot. Oh, okay. that was great pace. Fantastic pace on that one. Just didn't quite have the turning once I got to last layer. And if I knew the ZB, then I wouldn't have had to fumble around with the A perm quite as much. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's gonna stay odd. And then I think we can do red, maybe? I'm not actually sure on this one, because they're all gonna be kind of over on this side of the cube. So that's kind of where I'm gonna look first. I did the same thing on one of my solves at mids, I believe. I forget if that was in the first round or the final. But the little cube drop right at the end is not ideal. Certainly happens more when you're thinking about the turns you're doing. Definitely something to work on, I think. Although I see basically everyone doing it. During the head-to-head matchup for 3x3, which took 3 hours, so that was a little bit crazy. Plenty of people were dropping the cube, even mid-solve. I think the nerves just got to a lot of people. Yihang Wang, who won the whole thing and didn't lose a single solve, was totally fine. But I think that's because he knew he was so much better than everyone else. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, this is even. Yeah. Oh, this is a pretty good scramble. Okay. Field parity algorithm. Always happy when I get that case. That was the one this case where you have a bar and the 2x2 block. Very similar to a T-perm. That's the one I got from my first sub 20 last year. Only a few weeks after learning it at the World Championship, because obviously Sebastian Weyer was throwing down some of those algorithms. He did the inverse on his last solve of the finals average. So after seeing that, I knew I had to learn as many as were useful. Some of them are useful. Some of them are fine, because usually peel parity is already a pretty fast algorithm to do. So it's not a terribly concerning case that comes up. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. It's going to be odd. This yellow bar is going to solve itself, and then I think green's going to be weird. I think blue is a better bet. I'm not actually sure. You can probably tell that it's usually vibes of what edge I'm going for, but when I'm not talking, it usually works out better. Okay. Little edge orientation there. Time wasn't great, but there were a few, like the start was really good, and I think sometimes the thing I struggle with officially, which I'll talk about later, is getting good starts. Flow is really important on 4x4, and unless you have really good F2L ability, it's difficult to make up time as the solve goes on. Because most of the time you're not going to get a super lucky case in like last edges. Sometimes you do, and then and those solves are either average or really good, which is kind of what you're hoping for in high pressure situations. I got a little something on my cube. Oh, that's okay. I might have to wipe that off later. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's going to be. I'm going to do it this way to put a white centerpiece up top and keep it even. Yeah. That peel parity case is one I still haven't seen a good algorithm for. A lot of them have a lot of weird slice moves in the middle, which I find just doesn't work well in official solves. So hopefully there are better algorithms in the future. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I like this. Okay, it'll be even and edges are all in the front. Man, that was going well. And then I had that lockup in the middle, which kind of caused things to slip away a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. First missed trace of the session. And it's a 22. It is odd. I find that like frequently one of my, like when I mistrace, it's either because the solve is going wrong in a lot of ways, or because it's going really well and I'm turning so fast that making sure that I don't get parity kind of gets forgotten a little bit as I'm turning so fast. And I think that was one of those cases. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 4 cycles. That's a lot. Okay, it's gonna be odd. Five pairs, and I don't know. Yeah, that's a case of I need to fix my 3x3 stage, which is part of the reason why I'm learning all of the algorithms for ZB and that kind of thing, just so I get more consistent cases. Because usually when I mess up a lot, I find 3x3 is like the main thing that goes wrong in a solve. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hi. Sub 30. Yeah, sub 30 is tough. Edges are, honestly, I think it's the thing that for people who are trying to, especially in like the range of sub 30, sub 40, for people who already average maybe sub 15 on 3x3, and even like sub 10 on 3x3, edges are kind of as difficult as F12, I have found. And really, people just don't spend as much time on 4x4 edges as they do on F12. But there's a lot, like if you try to minimize your moves and really think about what types of insertions you're doing, if you're using RU gen solutions, minimizing rotations, even sometimes minimizing turning the front layer with F moves is a big thing. Because I find a lot of people spamming like sledges like this, and that kind of leads to very unergonomic solutions. I think unergonomic is the right word. Let's go with that. But yeah, I think that's the main thing. It's solutions. It's making it ergonomic. Flow is the biggest thing, and making sure you're turning slowly enough that you're not pausing is a huge thing, and that applies to big cubes as well. It's 4x4 is kind of the first cube you encounter as you go, as you get larger cubes, where you really have to think more and like practice the skill of look ahead. That was a long answer, but I hope that's helpful. Okay, this was odd when I traced it. It's going to be even after. Okay, maybe I forgot my tracing. Or I just messed, okay, plus 2, 2. That's going to cause the rolling average to be a little bit worse. If you counting 23s, yeah, of course. I'm always happy to talk about 4x4 in general. That's kind of why I wanted to stream in the first place. This is the second one I've done. Definitely will be doing more in the future. Probably about once a week is my best guess. My classes start on next week, so it's going to be when I have time and when I don't have other plans. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's going to be odd after first or semis. Okay. I'm happy with that. Pretty good balance of efficiency and turning throughout that solve, which is honestly all I'm ever looking for. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's gonna stay odd. Once I'm done, I think blue is gonna be decent. We'll see. I feel like I messed up something. Definitely messed up my edges. Sometimes on 4x4 you get bailed out when you solve your edges wrong, because then it's basically just parity on the bottom. And you can do this to fix the normal parity case on top. So it only ended up costing about half a second or so. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's going to be odd after. Yeah. Oh, that's close. Best solve of the session so far. A little bit better turn on last layer. Would have been sub 20. Oh, yeah. I was struggling in last edges. Hi, Ashton. How are you? I think the last time I saw you was at Nationals, right? Last fall. My setup is basically I just get an angstrom setup from the cubicle, and generally it lasts, like it generally continues to feel pretty good to me for a year or two. Yeah, I can understand it being fast. I've honestly been trying like I would like my cube to be faster. Uh, like when I feel some of the like 3x3 cubes that people use these days, I'm consistently wishing 4x4s felt like that. um, when I was scrambling in the first round of 4x4. That was the group that Yihang Wang was in, and his cube, even his 4x4, and I've heard his 3x3 is very fast, but even his 4x4 was probably the fastest 4x4 I felt. Um, so uh, I think I've heard he maybe uses Maru Lube, so I think maybe I should get some of that just to see if I can speed up my cube, because honestly, the faster your cube is, the faster it has the potential to be turned. And then it's really just a matter of practicing your turn style to catch up with it. Because the ideal case is you have a fast cube, you turn fast. You know, maybe that feels obvious, but I think people have a tendency to stick with, like, and this isn't everyone, but some people use really gummy cubes that I personally can't stand. So I don't know what the future holds for that kind of thing. But anyway, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even. It's gonna be odd. It's gonna be like the yellow is gonna be like this. Yeah. I was totally the wrong CV. I think I did. It wasn't. I think I did the inverse actually. No, because I had this with parity. Um, okay, let's see. Counting 22, 21 right now. If we roll the average, it'd probably be at least sub 22. Okay, let's go for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be odd. And blue edge. Let's go. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I didn't know the ZB, so I just got edge. By the luck of the draw. I still need to figure out how I'm going to recognize soon cases. But that's a task for future me. Definitely not what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. So it's odd. Okay, this is pretty good. It's gonna be even. Oh no. Must have missed something in tracing. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Man, I did that solve. Last at edges, I think were rotationless or one rotation. I was thinking about that. I was excited about it. And then I did a Y2 during F12. uh, I feel like that happens sometimes where you do like a specific thing really well, and then you proceed to mess up that exact same thing later on in the same solve. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it'll be even. That's solid. Like if I got it that time in a competition solve, I would be happy, I think. Just it was like pure parity. Nothing really went wrong, which I think is the main thing I'm looking for officially, which I'll get to. Mid-Atlantic champs, final average. That average is a story. All right. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I totally missed that. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, okay, it is 7. It's gonna be odd. That's the second time that's happened where I saw the edges wrong. I was really happy with basically no rotations. I think I had one rotation during F2L, maybe one during last edges. That's kind of the ideal when you're finishing up your all of the end of solve stuff. Really, the second half of the solve. Hey Charles, how are you? Just saw you at Mid-Atlantic Champs last weekend. It was really fun seeing a lot of people, and a lot of people I haven't seen. Well, I mean, people I've seen at NAC, but before that, it's been a while for a lot of them. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's gonna be odd. Oh, it's even. Oh, it was odd. Was it? That was the case where I changed my solution for first two centers as I was doing it, which is never a good idea with all parity avoidance. It's never a good idea in general, but with all the parity avoidance, it can get bad quick. It can get messy, um, which usually just ends up with parity um, equivalent of a +2, which is kind of how I think about um, uh, mistracing at this point, uh, which unfortunately means that I can I can basically +2 twice in one average with like on a totally normal solve if I get parity and then do a +2. Um, hell yeah, TZBL. Um, yeah, I've been starting my ZB journey a little bit last month. Um, not too far along yet, but I'm hoping that if I do it consistently, then I'll be comfortable with them in, I don't know, a year or two. I don't expect to be comfortable with them like by Worlds next year, for example. But we'll see, maybe. 1, 2. Okay, this is even. It's gonna stay even. Decent. Cannot be mad at that at all. I've when I say learn, like which ones I've learned, I'll say I remember the algorithms, but I'm not too focused on my recognition speed at this point. It's really not confusing with other ones. But right now I know all of T, most of U, and I learned the L set as well. I think I want to finish up U and L before, like, just to start practicing those and get really comfortable with those. And then I'll probably finish out the last lot algorithms. Um, hey Brian, how are you? I'm glad to be streaming too. It's been something I've thought about for a long time. Really since COVID, I've considered it. But now it just felt like the right time to be consistent with my practice and everything. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to be odd after first two centers. Cannot be doing that. What? Oh my god. Just the immediate lockup. Okay. Okay, we finished it out. I'll keep the time. I'll be true to the timer. Um, I usually don't get those types of lockups very often, but still once in a while it just kind of happens. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's gonna be odd. Yeah, and a free. And that'll just stay there. That's really great. Oh, wait, actually I think as well. Uh um No, I'll just focus on that. I was gonna try to predict a second edge, but I'm not seeing it exactly. Okay, it's odd. Oh, do I know it? Oh, it's parity. Yeah, that's one of the tricky cases I found. I don't know how to set it up exactly, but basically, if there's no parity, there's an extra bar on the side. Uh, but if there is parity, it's always going to be edge over here. Few cases, learning the algs itself as well. Yeah, the recognition I found is very similar. The main ones I'm struggling with are the, I guess, what would they be called? Like the slash and backslash. Um, uh, those ones I find are a little rough. Yes, we are back from streaming, so definitely gonna keep it up. Uh, yeah, Edge, CBL to Edge. Although I don't think it's that bad. It's possible that I'm gonna eat my words a little bit if later on, but I think for recognition speed, it might not be worth avoiding edge on certain sets. Not T like that case, but for like maybe like a pi case, it might be worth it to uh, just do the case that's going to give you either opposite PL parity or adjacent. Because I know that someone like Timon gets a lot of edge. I think he's the main person who does full ZB on 4x4 at this point. Although I assume he mainly does it. He mainly tells if he has parity with like Spidey senses or something. If there's parity, you can always avoid the worst evil algs. Yes, for some. I found that for probably maybe 50 to 70% of the cases, the recognition is the exact same. They'll give you opposite. There are a few like um, what's an example? Uh, like this case, when you have either like it's very clear because normally all the edges are solved. You either have opposite here, and it's definitely better to do the standard all solved into op for that case. But it's also good for this case where you have the bar and the opposite here, because the other possible alg is like this one, which for me is slower. So I think there's like a little bit of stuff you can do here and there. Still kind of thinking about it as I learn the sets. But as long as I keep my recognition standardized, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, pi and h are not great for edge avoidance. But maybe I can work something out. I don't know. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's gonna stay odd. And the efficiency on that one was not on point. That's what I get for yapping for a few minutes between solves and not keeping my fingers used to turning the cube. and everything. Though it is very similar to competing officially, where you have to really stay locked in for a good 15-20 minutes for a 4x4 round. Um, so skill to work on. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. This is going to be odd after first two centers. Let's go with peel up parity. I didn't actually purposely get opposite, but I'm going to pretend I did. I definitely knew I was going to skip the corners, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be parity or a U-perm. I think that's the first sub 20 on stream so far, because I didn't get one last stream. Hopefully some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this one's gonna stay odd. Oh, it's gonna become odd. I think that was wrong, actually, and I think I fixed it in my thinking. I don't know what I'm doing. That algorithm I know is bad. I think there are better algorithms for that one, for that ZB case. Last cross edge on left. I mean, I guess I do. I guess I don't think about it that much. That might cause issues with ZBLS. Yikes! That might double my algorithms if I want to keep it consistent. Because usually, last cross edge on left. I was thinking F12 anyway. Yeah, for most cases I do last cross edge on left. I think it's better because it makes look ahead into last hit edges easier, in my opinion, and then you avoid needing to do F moves. So that ZB case is left soon, anti-Niklas. Okay. Yeah, I mean, generally I'm finding that like RUL gen algorithms is fine for me. Anti-Niklas. That's let's see. So that's Niklas, and then left soon. So those two bars. That seems pretty good. Probably easier to remember, differentiate. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9. Is this one of the... No. I was thinking it was one of the cases where you can do like... Well, I could do this. Yeah, let's do that actually. That's gonna It's going to be even after first two centers. Oh, this is parity. Oh, let's go. Recognized it. That's a nice case where the recognition I use for blocks is the exact same. It's just like there's nothing, and then it's like opposite next to the corner there. All right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is gonna be even. Okay, not bad. I assume the ZB case for that one is pretty easy, but we'll get there. We'll get there. This one is going to be even after first two centers. Oh no. Good pace too. Sub 20 without the old parity. It's pretty good average, 2207. Not bad at all. One, two, three, four, 5. It'll be even, I believe. That's pretty good. I think that pace was insane. Yeah, that was last cross edge done at 8, I think. Oof. Yeah, I have my YouTube studio is like 15 seconds behind, which is really helpful for commentating over my solve I just did. I know you guys can't see it, but you just saw it on your screen. This will be even. those are the types of cases I'm trying to avoid with ZBLL. Because most PL parity cases are fine, but when it's bad, it is bad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it'll be odd. It'll be even. Okay. I may have messed that up. We will find out. Oh no. No? No parity, but messed up in a different way. Okay. Average 12 was creeping down to sub 23, but it's not quite there at the moment. I think we'll do 5 more solves and then take a look at my mid's final performance with, if you're watching the stream, I have better camera footage, you know. So exclusive footage here right now. I probably won't upload the video, but I have it pulled up already. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it'll be odd and not sure what the first cross edge is. It might be red. Those are really, I added some smooth parts to that solve. Last edges were great. How far do I plan? I plan, so I do OPA every solve. I plan first 2 centers, and then I'm kind of the thing I'm working on right now, which is why I'm talking about it so much, is what my first cross edge is going to be. Because usually I can find a decent first 2 center solution in maybe 2 or 3 seconds, which does give me time to predict the next step officially even, and that's kind of the goal. The goal is to pick a good first cross edge solution every time, because once I do that, you really don't have to plan much more than that to get really fast solves. Because the look ahead after that becomes much easier as long as you have one good first 3 edge solution ready to go when you start the solve. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is going to be still even. Messed up a little bit there. Not bad. I never know if I should be using this ePerm algorithm, because I like that you don't have to like regrip and rotate. Why am I? But sometimes I do lock up, especially when I'm nervous and like my hands are cold, which can cause issues. Although I did that that exact algorithm in the Mid-Atlantic finals average on like a 21. So it works out if it works out. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then if I do an F prime, I can do my last one and it'll be odd. That solve was pretty good at the start. Went downhill, made a little bit of a comeback. Gave myself a Z perm. A little bit of a roller coaster with solve. 2 good times, 1 bad time. Always an interesting place to be in an average. Okay, that E perm is fine. Okay, that's good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and then it's gonna be odd. Okay, something was going on in that solve where I couldn't put the moves together in the right way. I think I was like, I didn't like regrip when I needed to. I'm not sure. It felt a little awkward in a few spots. Okay. Counting 2198, 2287. BPA is like a low 22. Man. Well, that was a solve. I think it was okay until I got to 3x3, which common theme. Speaking of having a good start to an average and then throwing in some bad counting times, we will throw it over to the Mid-Atlantic Finals 4x4 average. We'll do this quick. I know I spent a long time on this in my last stream, so I'm gonna try to shorten it down a little bit, and we're gonna look at it relatively quickly, and we'll kind of see what we can learn from it. So for context, first 2 solves were 21s, low 21s, and that is the first time I've ever started with a counting 21, like 2 sub 22s in an average. It's a little surprising it hasn't happened already, but I was really focused on keeping my hands warm enough. So I was trying to, because this was something I found during North American Championship is my hands were freezing during that round. And it was partly the venue, but it was also partly I wasn't like keeping enough blood flowing to my hands during the average. So beforehand, I was like moving my body around a lot. And then during the average, like basically the entire time between solves, I would keep my hands in my pockets, uh, take my hands out, maybe do a few turns, and then basically keep them there until I said I was ready. You can't see that in this footage here. I cut it out, but the venue at mids was also kind of cold once the venue emptied out a little bit later in the day for finals, which was unfortunate. Okay, so this first solve, I don't think I have audio on for that. Hey, Sean, what's up? Oh, yes, you are immediately here. You have been summoned. Congrats on the PR average. You and Luke, who's all sitting right here, both got PR averages. I heard you guys react like between like my third and fourth solve. And I was like, damn, I really gotta lock in. I didn't lock in, but it's fine. Okay, rewinding a second. Scrambles were pretty good. There were a lot of bars on white and yellow. This is pretty smooth. You can generally see what I'm doing for the first half of solve, but then my hand's going to the table. This solve was just generally smooth. Nothing to really complain about. 3x3 like stage was pretty good. No parity, of course. Low 21, 2133. And that's kind of the ideal, like the ideal case for me. Like a 21 without PL parity, a 22 with PL parity. That is always what I'm looking for. And hopefully now that I've done this once, like I've had this kind of start once, it's going to happen again. And I will be less nervous when the next one happens. Okay, so this is the second solve. Also kind of a good start. First three edges were pretty good on that. And really the big thing is my turning was locked in. Because I kept my hands not cold, it meant that it went from an issue of the cube feeling sticky to my turning being shaky from being nervous. And that was a G perm. So like first solve E perm, second solve G perm. This one was a 21.1. So not even super good cases. Really like box standard solves. Nothing crazy. And I think if I got a bit worse times, I might have been better. Like had a better mindset going into the next few solves. But I had my best start ever, so then I got nervous. It didn't help that this was also a final for the region. And as it happened, Chris Sun, who also uses OPA, ended up getting a faster average, got a PR average. So that was really awesome. But top two in the Mid-Atlantic region use OPA. I know that like Patrick had a really bad start to his average. But he is definitely capable of getting some faster averages. I mean, he has a 21 official average, so I'm sure now that he's back, he's gonna pull out some faster averages pretty soon. I'm excited to see what he does with that. Yeah, so for finals we're up on the blue stage, up on like an elevated stage, and then the rest, the other side of the ballroom that the competition was in, had the yellow and green stages. And I did notice that like when I competed in like square one, I was over there, which was rough. Don't look up my average for square one. Don't do it. I'm out of practice. Okay, so moving on to the third one. Uh, let's see what I was doing here. Again, made white and yellow bar just super easy. Like first two centers, super fast. Did an edge, another edge, pretty good. Still okay. I think I was struggling during last edges. I know you can't see the cube. Um, yeah, those last edges took way too long. Let me. Yeah, that was 18 seconds to 3x3 stage, which is pretty slow for me. So that's kind of unfortunate. I am from Virginia, uh, born and raised, as they say. Right now, I'm about to start my fourth year at the University of Virginia, so definitely have a lot of roots here. Throw back to Ari's Road to Squad WR series. Yes. Um, I haven't gotten good enough results to continue that. I have to learn some new algorithms, I think, at this point, because my turning just has not improved in the last 3-4 years. Hassan, I'm glad you approve of the series. Uh, for my Mid Atlantic first round, um, uh, I spent about half of my warm up time trying to remember the parity algorithm that I think you, Hassan, taught me back in 2022, where you do like you just like undo cube shape, do an extra slice, and redo it. It's like it's 7 slices, I think. But I spent half my time on that, so then I kept forgetting some of my other algorithms when I was doing my official average. You can't fade UVA. No. Uh, we won't get into the rivalries right now, but wahoo wah. Okay. So 18-second to F2L. 3x3 stage was fine. It was peel up parity. Ended up with this 26 here. So it wasn't what I was looking for, unfortunately. And it was really the look ahead as I like got into the middle of the solve. It's unfortunate. This is the fourth solve, and as you can see, people are already done with their averages. I think I submitted my cube a little bit late, and it meant that I was kind of solving last a little bit. I think the people on the stream station to my left in this video were still going, so it wasn't like I was the only one solving. But I did kind of start to notice that people were finishing up their averages, and I was like, oh, that means the camera's probably going to be on me. Yes, I am 21. 2004. Okay, this is solve 4. It's always an interesting spot to have a really good counting time after 3 solves, because it's kind of impossible to think about anything other than, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. If I get another fast counting solve, it's already a good average. Like if I get a 20 here, my average is already low 23, which would have been good enough to be the Mid-Atlantic champion. So that's what's going through my mind right now, which you can see in the turning is super shaky. Still can't see much, but I'm turning relatively fast, but I think I'm having a lot of pauses, kind of similar to the last solve, just struggling with look ahead a little bit. Peel up parity again, and then the +2. But if I didn't get peel up parity and did that case a little bit better, it's a 23. I have a counting 21 and 23 into the last solve. I think I would have already had Mid-Atlantic champion locked up with sub 24, because Chris Sun got 24.01 PR average. But but we move. I still had a shot at it. I think what I like my BPA was still, even with this +2, was still going to be good enough. I think I needed maybe like a um what I would have needed like a sub 24, even like a mid 23, which is why all I was thinking about when I started doing the solve, don't get Ola Perry, don't like trace correctly, take your time, solve smoothly. um Spoiler alert, spoiler. it, it didn't go well. I got parity, um which was really unfortunate. um so we'll watch me fumble through my Yauduction here. um it honestly isn't terrible. It's just kind of it's a little on the slow side, uh quite shaky, not not very good F12 selection into the OLL parity, and then a shaky A perm. That was a 25, yeah. So without OLL parity, if I trace correctly, if I execute correctly, sub 24, a solid average I'd be happy with. It wasn't meant to be, but like looking back on the average, I'm really happy to get a good start and kind of experience that when I know there's a camera on me. Like I looked back at the stream footage, and it's like a head-on camera of me as I'm like sitting there like this, being like, oh no. Um, uh, why did I originally decide to main 404 as an event? I really enjoy like the time it takes. I like the balance between algorithms and look ahead. Like it, both efficiency and look ahead is important. Honestly, I think it's a really spectator friendly event. Like I really enjoy watching 4v4. That's probably bias at this point. But I find it a lot of fun. And I think one of the first finals I ever made at a local competition, I think it was Penn Cube Day winter 2018. It was like December of that year. And I snuck into finals, then got last in the final round. Got like an average 5 seconds worse than the average I made it into finals with. I think maybe it was like a 39 average or something at the time. And for some reason, I decided on setting my goal as making nationals finals that upcoming year, that upcoming summer, which was 6 months away. And it worked out. I made finals by a second. Like I dropped my average 10 seconds over those 6 months. That's probably one of the like cubing achievements, even that like that I'm most proud of, making that final. I did bump out Keaton Ellis in that round, which he was very gracious about. He came over and congratulated me because he was my local delegate at the time in the Virginia, Maryland area. So that was a really cool experience. Yeah, spectator friendliness. I know that's a hot topic these days, but 4x4, it's pretty good. I like 4x4. Shocker. All right. Yeah, 39 to 30. It was. I think there was a week in June of that year where I did a few thousand 4x4 solves. Now my inspection time was a little bit. It took less time at that time because of I wasn't using OPA back then. So I'm not sure the hour count on that, but it was a goal I decided to set, and then it worked out, which I was really happy about. And then that led directly into dropping my time a lot going into COVID, which was cool. All right. let me see if I switch back here. I do have to head out. So thank you everyone who tuned in. I'll be doing another stream probably next either Tuesday or Wednesday. My classes start next Tuesday. So it's going to depend on how tired I am after this next week. But yeah, these will be regular. So make sure you tune in. Okay. I will see all of you guys later. Thank you again for tuning in. Bye-bye.